What's up, guys? It's your boys Wookie back out with some more of the Watts case murders. And there was a time before Chris Watts. And you guys are probably wondering, for those that believe that Nichol Kessinger was not involved. And, well, lo and behold, that Nichol Kessinger's past was not such a cushiony, cutesy, beautiful beginning. It was definitely a... Nichol Kessinger's got a past. She's stabbed people in the back. She's slept with married men before. She's partied very, very too hard. I don't know if that made sense, but she's had multiple DUIs, and shall we go on? So with the help of a channel called Crime Catalyst, what I'd like you guys to do is subscribe to this lovely woman. She's spent thousands of hours on her stuff, and we want to give her some love, more views, more likes, more subscribes. So go over to her channel, give her some love. But with that being said, I would like to get into this and Nichol Kessinger's before Chris Watts that she's got for us. I was going to make a video about this as well, but again, you guys know what I like to do is help other YouTube channels as well, because we're all in this together to find out the truth of Nichol Kessinger and find out also that Nichol Kessinger ain't no cutesy patootie. She is the other way around. So that being said, make sure you guys subscribe, comment, like, and share on this channel. Make sure you guys comment down below your guys' thoughts, inquiries, theories, opinions, whatever. And then also make sure you guys hit the bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I posted that video. And you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys so very much. We are on our way to 51,000 subscribers, and it's all because you guys will keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll continue to keep growing. Like I said, go over to Crime Catalyst, give her some love. She's on her way to 10,000 subscribers. We'd like to give this lady some help. So with that being said, let's get a video.
Chris Watts is a monster, a
Agreed.
devil,
Agreed.
a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Agreed. Very much agreed.
What he did was awful, disturbing, shocking, and terribly unfortunate. My heart goes out to everyone who will spend the rest of their lives grieving the lives lost.
This is why we do this. We do this for Shanann, Nico, Bella, Cece. We don't do it for the money. We don't do it for the glory. We do it because we want to find the 100% justice of these four beautiful souls.
On August 13th, 2018. The only thing worse than what Chris Watts did that day is the idea of someone else being such a huge influence in those events, possibly being involved, and walking away free as a bird.
She did get free as a bird.
I'm talking about Nichol Kessinger.
She didn't even get this. She got, there's the door, have a good life, enjoy the rest of your life. That's pretty much what she got. And people keep saying that that laugh is Nicole Atkinson. No, it's not.
I know some people like to say just let it go. If she was involved, she would have been arrested by now.
I agree.
And what I would say to those people is, it happens all the time. Guilty people walk away. Sometimes guilty people are lucky enough to live out their lives in the free world without facing any punishment for their actions.
I couldn't agree with more.
People lie. They're devious, underhanded, scheming, evasive, sneaky little rats that somehow manage to cheat the system and escape justice. We've seen it happen with O.J. Simpson, Robert Durst, Casey Anthony, just to name a few.
Yeah, look at that face. Look at that face.
So my question is...
And now the new one is, right now, Jen Soto and Stephen Stearns, and that one other guy was his name, Chad Dorman. He's trying to get his case completely thrown out because he wasn't read his Miranda rights. Are you kidding me?
Nichol Kessinger one of those people? Did she ask or tell Chris to do it?
I think so,
Either
yes.
intentionally or unintentionally?
Both.
Did she give him an ultimatum?
Yes.
Did she help him do it? Or
Yes.
help him plan it in any way? Did she help him or plan to help him after the fact?
Yes. All the above. D.
These are questions that a lot of us still have today. If law enforcement had cleared her and provided evidence to show her innocence to the public, then we wouldn't be in this predicament. The public has been left with no explanation.
Is this the one that What's-Her-Face started? Nope, this is not the one. But there is literally like 22 reopen the Chris Watts case and further investigate Nichol. And all of them together combined is like 50,000 signatures. So it's not that one or two people are just blowing smoke. It's thousands, if not millions of people that think this.
No reassurance that she wasn't involved and that justice was fully served in this case. So I just want to say, on behalf of everyone left wondering, to Weld County lead detective Dave Baumhover.
This man had to retire because of what he saw. This man did his job. This man made Chris Watts very uncomfortable. Thank the Lord.
District Attorney Mike.
I have mixed feelings about this man. Well, I couldn't say mixed feelings. Because I know this man, which we've seen before, that the case was actually scheduled for like I think it was like the 12th or 14th of November. The elections was November 6th. They pushed this case forward to November 6th, the day of the elections. You can't tell me that's not for a publicity stunt to show that he got this man convicted, signed, sealed, delivered, put in prison so that he would benefit and push his district attorney slot in to be continuously the district attorney. And you want to tell me that this is not... And the funny thing is Anadarko also gave money towards this man. Just saying.
Michael Rourke. We don't appreciate all the secrecy. We have the right to know. We have
the right to know. And it's funny that, and I know you guys are probably saying stop pausing the video. If you want to watch her video only, the link is in the description. Go watch her video. I definitely would advise you to. Mine is with commentating, and I'm also reacting and putting my spin on it as well. Because we definitely deserve the right to know. District Attorney stated in his wife's blog or wife's podcast, which he said he would not go on anybody's, but he further to help his wife went on her podcast, which I will not disclose because, again, I don't need any defamation. Literally spoke about the case, saying he will not talk about the man of a triple homicide when it's a quadruple homicide, and stated that we junior detectives are just going after a witch hunt and we don't need to look into this any further. The evidence is closed. We're not going to be looking at it. We deserve to know. We have every right to know. Why do you feel that you need to keep that under lock and key? Why do you feel that you can't present it to us? There are thousands of people that were contacting his office. And he said with his 80 people that are in his office, they wouldn't be able to keep up. That's ridiculous. That goes to show how much this case affects so many people, because we know the complete BS that is afoot.
The right to be informed, to provide a check against corruption, and to hold the government accountable. And many of us are not satisfied in your performance in this case.
I'm not. I don't even live in Colorado. Nichol Kessinger. The Mistress. Like when you look up the Mistress, like on Google, you see her picture. You see her face. She's like the number one in the top 5 of mistresses. She will ever be known as the Mistress. Anybody that marries her will be the Mistress.
If you Google the word Mistress, you will see tons of articles about Nichol Kessinger.
Her. I'm not kidding. You type in Mistress, it's mostly her right now. There's other ones, but it pops up her.
Over time, she has become the epitome of the word mistress. We typically think of a mistress as an adulterous woman, a woman who has a relationship with a married man.
You know what? We're going to live in this house.
What is a man mistress? Alexa, What is a man mistress called? Alexa, what is a man mistress called?
Here's something I found on the internet. The male version of a mistress is known as a manstress.
A manstress. Okay.
That costs like double what we can afford, and that's how it's going to be because I want everybody to think we're fancy. Because I wouldn't
My gosh.
do that.
But it can also be defined as a woman master who directs the work of others.
You know, because I wasn't going to like force him to do it. If he doesn't want to do it, don't do it. Just say no, you know. And I was like, and for me, I was like,
Nichol Lee Kessinger was born on July 3rd in 1988.
She's older than me by 18 days.
She has spent most of her life in Denver to Fort Collins to Littleton, Colorado. Very little is known about Nichol Kessinger's childhood, but I'll tell you what I know, or at least what has been rumored.
And I'll tell you, it's not good. Apparently she's babysat, and it wasn't good either.
Nichole's dad is Dwayne Kessinger, and her mother is...
And you know what's ironic? How it says Watts above his Facebook page? He posted that the day of the murders.
Is Barbara, which is not the lady that's pictured here. Nichol has one biological sister named Stephanie.
Me and my sister are the same age apart as him and as his two daughters. You know, so I told him, I was like, they're going to love it. I was like, they might be like stuck in one room together. I was like, but they'll become like best buddies. I was like, yeah, me and my sister had bunk beds, like at my dad's house.
Both of her parents remarried, but I believe her dad was the only one who went on to have other children. There are a lot of rumors out there that Dwayne Kessinger is ex-military, but as far as I can see, from his work history dating back to the 1980s, his work has always been electrical based. It looks like he went to community college from
He had law enforcement in there somewhere.
1979 to 1983 and studied electrical engineering. In 2018, he worked full-time as an engineer manager at RK Mission Critical. The Kessinger household would have been considered a middle-class, binuclear family.
When my parents separated, we were literally like 3 and 5. I was so young when it happened that it didn't really have like a big negative effect on me because I was so small that I didn't really process it too well. I was like, but I do have cousins that their parents got divorced when they were like 10, 11, and I think that it hit them a little harder. You know, it's kind of cool having 2 Christmases, and you know, like your parents get to go, you know, be happy doing whatever it is they want to do with their lives, and they don't have to be in a situation that's probably not good for the kids.
Even though she says this had no negative effect on her, growing up in a broken home does usually have its negative effects on a child, whether you want to truly acknowledge it or not.
Oh, she's got a lot of that.
I doubt that Nikki was able to escape the scars of her childhood trauma, especially knowing about the troubles she faced in her teenage years.
Mugshot, y'all, she was arrested back in 2006.
What I found in the publicly available court records revealed that she was arrested on December 9th, 2006. You will notice that the arrest was for underage possession and consumption of alcohol. Certainly not the crime of the century.
I wish that a video that Plunder made was still available. I couldn't find it anywhere on her channel. In the video, she read the police report that stated that Nichol was with a group of other people who were...
It's pretty sad that a lot of our videos have been either taken down by other creators because they feel that, one, it's their content when the case is public, but then 2, that people's videos are taken down because apparently it touches a person's sore spot and has to be taken down, which is shocking.
Consuming alcohol. And when the police showed up, Nichol Kessinger was advising everyone in the home not to open the door or speak to the police.
But what I thought was incredibly odd was that this was her second offense. And at the time, she was only 19 years old. Somehow, even though she had already received her second charge for underage drinking, her case was completely dismissed. Now, I have been in contact with an anonymous source who provided additional information that I was able to use to locate this record. This is an adjacent county, but you can see in the charges that Nichol is spelled with an O-L-E. But this time she was charged with driving without a license and another alcohol-related offense. And
Third.
again, this is the second charge in just
there's a
that
third
county at the age of 19 years old. And wouldn't you know it, this case just goes away too, with no mention of probation or jail time. And no matter how you read this, somehow Nichol
She also stabbed somebody in the back because she was sleeping with their man.
Kessinger appears to commit several crimes and then walks away from it without any repercussions whatsoever.
That.
During my investigation, I received credible information concerning Nichole's prior history. These are allegations that cannot be verified, but the allegations involve Nichol allegedly committing a violent crime with a knife when she was only 16 years old. A crime that once again she was allegedly arrested for, but was again dismissed.
He shows a statement that reads, "My wife and I were close friends with her parents. Our children grew up with theirs.
I've read this exact piece.
Nichol was always a problem child, and especially so when she was a teen. I just want to say that she stabbed me in the back with a kitchen knife and was arrested and charged with a felony. However, the judge deferred her felony conviction if she could stay out of trouble. This incident divided both families, and we have not spoken since that last court appearance. This happened in 2004 or 2005, can't remember exactly what year, in Aurora, Colorado. Anyway, she is entirely capable of being involved in the murders. She is a narcissist and violent."
But the information that I received from this source had first-hand knowledge of the event. I was, however, able to find this public statement concerning the alleged encounter.
I was
Hold on. Asked to watch Barb and Rob's home while they were away on vacation with instructions that Nichol, under no circumstance, was to be inside the home while they were away. My wife and Nichole's younger sister, who stayed with us, went by to get more clothing. My wife and her walked in on Nichol and a guy having blank on the couch in the family room. After doing her best to try to remove both to no avail, she called me. Long story short, a physical altercation occurred between the male and myself, which during the altercation, she stabbed me in the back with a kitchen knife pulled from the butcher's block. My wife interceded, getting the knife away. Both fled, but both were quickly arrested, and they let her go away.
Statement concerning the alleged encounter.
I was asked to watch Barb and Rob's home while they were away on vacation with instructions that Nichol, under no circumstances, was to be inside the home. No avail. She called me. Long story short, a physical altercation occurred between the male and myself, in which during the altercation, she me in the back with a kitchen knife, pulled from the butcher's block. My wife interceded, getting the knife away, and both fled, but both were quickly arrested after my wife called 911. If this is true, then Kessinger was very much a troubled teen.
It is true because the people that did watch him came forward to me. I'm pretty sure I read it. If it was either them, pretty sure that they came forward and were like, yeah, this is what happened.
She could have been charged with attempted murder. At the very least, she should have been put into a juvenile correctional facility.
If she stabbed in the right spot in the back, she could have severed her spinal cord.
And her parents could have had a huge lawsuit on their hands. It's hard to believe that these charges were just dropped. I really don't understand how she could have gotten away with this. I wouldn't be surprised if she got sent to one of those alternative teen boot camps, like the Catch Me Outside girl, or Paris Hilton. The camp that Paris Hilton got sent to was in Utah. There's no evidence of her being sent to one of these camps.
She needed it.
But it just wouldn't be that shocking if she was. Especially knowing that Ronnie Watts spoke of some videos that he's seen, before her entire existence was scrubbed from the internet, where Nichol Kessinger spoke openly about being bipolar and her episodes.
Yes, I remember this. I found this myself. She had multiple personal
Despite
disorders.
her rough start to young adulthood, she managed to still put forth the effort of providing a better future for herself by attending college. She studied geological and earth sciences and geosciences at the Community College of Aurora. She received her Associate of Science and then graduated from Colorado State University in 2013 with a Bachelor of Science with an emphasis on geology.
Study of
It
rocks.
appears she may have focused on her studies and decided to straighten up and stay out of trouble. But no matter where Kessinger was headed, trouble was sure to find her. Nichol Kessinger must have thought her college degree was well wasted because she ended up working in an industry that required no college degree or even any work experience.
McDonald's? She became an oil rig roughneck. This is the first I've heard about this. There's no way she had the strength to do that.
This guy talks about how easy it is to get work in the oil industry.
You show up on a job with a pair of steel-toe boots from fucking Walmart, and that's all you need to be hired on out here. If you're young, single, no kids, pipeline all the way, man. It's a full-time gig. You're only at home whenever you want to be at home. So you can work for 6 months straight out here, make some really good money, and then take it off for a couple months if you want to. There's really no loyalty in the pipeline, man.
Did he say no loyalty? Check. This is the perfect job for Nichol Kessinger. No loyalty is her specialty.
The reason they pay so well is because you have to leave your family, man. You have to leave your home.
That's definitely not a problem for her. She is unwed, unattached, a bachelorette, free as a bird. She has an easy life with no commitments. She has all the time in the world to focus on herself and her pursuit of happiness.
I mean, I've seen people work hard, but it's not that hard, man. It's strictly oil field, man. It's no vacation out here, but it's not miserable. I've seen miserable overseas, and this isn't it. It's easy work, man.
Okay, so it's not hard work for a man, but what about for a woman? Because we all know that Nichol Kessinger didn't speak very highly of her job working on the oil rigs.
I don't know. I'll probably go back to the oil field at some point. Most of those people are a bunch of societal outcasts, so it might work.
Were you happy? Huh? Were you happy when you worked there?
Sometimes.
Yeah?
Sometimes not,
But
but
it wouldn't be torture to go back to that.
no, that's all I know.
Other than she's joking when she's supposed to be interrogated.
It's because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it.
Well, this lovely lady said that it wasn't hard at all for her to get hired in the oil industry. She claims after a couple phone calls, her phone rang off the hook with job offers. And she's about to tell us what it's like working on an all-male oil rig.
It snowed about 2 feet of snow, and this snow, it's not really sticking, it's slush. So everything we're working with is just wet and gross.
Hello.
And we pick up the casing and just
still gotta be
chunks of
outside.
slush go in on a drilling rig. I'm a third-party service hand, so I can't leave location. So I'm really lucky that this rig has a gym on location. I'm gonna have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep, but it's totally worth it for the pump I'm gonna get. Quick little workout is all I need.
It is still uncommon to see women
Hardworking
working
woman.
on oil rigs. With only 5% of offshore workers being women. But Kennedy is working hard to break that stereotype.
So it's crew change right now. We just had our safety meeting, and it was announced in front of everybody that service hands no longer get fed. They're not going to feed me. I have never experienced this before on a rig. And there's 3 service hands. Everybody's standing around me eating steak and chicken wings. I've been on site since 5 a.m. So I've been on site for like 12 hours now, and they refuse to feed me. And everybody's eating food around me. Like, that's so fucking ignorant. You can't bring up 2 meals for the service hands, and I'm gonna be on location for well over 20 hours, and you're not gonna feed me. Budget cuts. Are you fucking serious? We're out here making millions and millions of dollars. You're a fucking oil and gas company. I bring snacks, I brought sandwiches. I'm not gonna starve, I'll be fine. It is just really nice to have a warm meal in my belly after I've been working outside, like minus 40 for a long time. And usually I'm on site for well over 20 hours. So it's nice to have one more meal.
It's nap time. All right, come get ready with me for a nap on a drilling.
These two look like sisters. They might have been best friends had they worked together.
I bet this one doesn't cheat.
This little thing was out hanging on oil rigs. Plus, you've been out in the field. What, you've been home 3 months of the year on an average in staggered amount out in the middle of nowhere on oil rigs.
It's pretty clear that Kessinger did not love her job.
I wanted that for so long to get out of the oil field. I was so tired.
So she wanted to destroy a family?
I lived on oil rig. It's such a rough life.
The purpose of this video is to give you guys a realistic view of what life as a field engineer looks like. Just keep in mind that every job is going to be a little bit different.
I would say that we have 5 core responsibilities. The first one is work plans, next quality,
with your coworkers,
safety, coordinating with others, and then also managing and tracking costs.
All right, guys. Imagine Kessinger in this work field, out there managing the guys, doing stretch and flex, keeping them updated on FaceTime calls. I'm sure she preferred this work over the hard labor work out on the rigs. I will say that someone did reach out to me claiming to have worked with Nichol Kessinger, but you guys know how this works, so take this with a grain of salt. The person said although Nichol seemed to take her work very seriously, work with her was like being put on a project with a boy-crazy high school girl. She was extremely flirty with all the guys and seemed to crave attention from pretty much anyone who would give it her the time of day. I believe she dated or at least hung out with most of the crew. Some were single, but a few were married or in serious relationships already. It was no shock to me when I saw her in the news after dating a married man who wiped out his family. They said she was a decent worker. She never missed work. She was there on time every day. She worked hard as far as I could tell, but she was quick to complain if she felt she was done wrong or mistreated. She was employed by Tasman Geosciences, but was immediately contracted out to Anadarko.
I work at Anadarko Petroleum Corporation. I'm contracted to Anadarko Petroleum Corporation in Platteville, Colorado. I do health, safety, and environment. So part of my job is to manage the gas monitors that we have. So Anadarko requires all of their field personnel to carry gas monitor sensors for toxic gases, and it's my job to control all the inventory and issues, anything like that.
Now they got her an environmental where she's able to clean up stuff. Right. And it's a hot job, man. It's just a hot job. And
why are they talking about this in the interrogation about Chris Watts being the murder of his family? Like, what does this have to do with this? That's my question.
We were having some pretty serious equipment issues, and we had numerous amounts of people coming in my office one day, and he happened to be one of them. This is like the job of all jobs I've ever had in my life, and I fucked it up. I'm gonna wake up every day and know that this mom and her unborn child and these 2 little girls are not around anymore, and it breaks my heart. It is, oh my God. And then I have to think about the consequences of his actions and how they affect everybody else.
What about your actions?
All of her family's impacted. My name is about to be slandered for probably.
That's what she cared about, is her name.
A while. I don't know how long it's going to take to heal, but I would not be surprised if it's going to be hard to go out in public sometimes for a couple of years.
Or
and that
not
really
going to stop.
Just this is a horrible, horrible thing. How dare you? And if people aren't going to understand that. They're going to say, oh, you're the woman that had an affair with this man who took out his whole family. And I take a step back and it's just I didn't know.
Yes, you did know.
It's.
So with that being said, guys, that was part 1 that she had posted. So make sure you guys go over there, watch her other stuff, give her some love. She needs the views, the subscribes, the comments. She looks like a hardworking woman at her videos, so definitely give her some love. Again, subscribe, comment, like, and share on my channel. We're not going to let this go. Nichol Kessinger, you knew what bed you were making about sleeping with a married man. This is not your first rodeo. You've done this before. You stab people in the back, literally. You've DUI'd federal, or you've had how many different bad cases against you, and somehow they get away. Somehow they got put under the rug. Why? Because your daddy has money. He knows how to pull strings. I'm so fed up with how this case is still not going anywhere. This woman, we literally have shown, not just myself, but thousands of other YouTubers are doing the exact same thing, stating how much BS this woman has in this case, and yet they're just like, we're not going to do nothing. We're just going to let it go. Why? What else do you have to do? You make thousands, you make what? Five figures, 6 figures? You're making pretty decent money up there being the DA. Just saying. So please comment down below you guys' thoughts down below. Don't forget to hit the like button. That like button helps out more than you guys know. And we'll see you guys in the next one. So please take care, keep safe, and as always, keep nerding on. And we'll see you guys next time.